Amid a string of recent heinous crimes in Korea, the authorities have come up with a comprehensive support plan for victims. And to root out senseless crimes, they are thinking of creating specialized prisons and adopting a life sentence without the chance of parole. Our political correspondent Lee Shi-hoo has more.
As South Korea grapples with a series of violent crimes targeting random victims, the government and the ruling People Power Party have proposed measures to respond to these senseless acts aimed at preventing them. Lawmakers, the National Police Agency, and officials from various ministries, including Justice and Health, came together on Tuesday and announced a three-part plan that also aimed at prioritizing the needs of the victims of such violence.
These measures are aimed at providing assistance and help for the victims.
The plan is to expand support for the victims, prevent violent crimes, and strengthen the punishment of those convicted. A so-called one-stop support service center will be established as soon as possible to provide comprehensive support for the victims and their family members suffering from physical and emotional trauma. There will also be expanded financial support for medical treatment. Victims can currently receive 15 million Korean won, or around $11,000 per year, up to a total of 50 million won, or around $37,000 over several years. They can receive additional support following a special review by the government. Now the government and the PPP are looking to provide more of such additional support, possibly covering all necessary expenses. To prevent such violent crimes, measures will be drawn up to hospitalize those with psychiatric disorders who are at risk of harming themselves or others. More collaborative response centers will be set up nationwide by police and regional administrations. Additionally, more surveillance cameras will be installed in high-risk neighborhoods. The government will also push to introduce life sentences without the chance of parole, as well as increase the sentences for serious crimes by at least 6 months and possibly up to 2 years or more. A special prison will be designated for serious felons with tighter restrictions and controls. In addition, the National Assembly will push legislation for the punishment of those threatening people with lethal weapons in public places and expand the release of photos of suspects along with their personal information. Also discussed was the possible easing of restrictions on the use of force by police facing suspected violent criminals. The meeting followed President Yoon Suk-yeol's order on Monday for Prime Minister Han Duck-soo to come up with measures to deal with the violent crime wave. Lee Shi-hoo, Arirang News.